We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup, and we are all set to go, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the New York Jets. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And a signal there for the fair catch, so this opening drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Able to slither by. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They run again on first down. Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. That's big Cameron Hayward adding another sack to his career total.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Now Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that falls incomplete.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. Bust through the tackle. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception. And also,
can I talk my... Come on. That other side. The Oakley way. Hey. C5. Can't nobody do me like I do me. And I don't care to be nobody else, cause I'm unique. I'm fine with me. I am God and God is me. Dream so big, might die in my sleep. And I ain't running from it. It's only a loss if you ain't learned nothing from it. I turned to a boss. Remember I was under budget. Now I pay the staff off and fly them to another country. It's for the love of the game, never for the love of money. But don't get it twisted, still clocking big digits. On Rodeo, big spending. All the cribs luxury. I can't recall the last time I did dishes. Big business. All my deals 6 figures and up. When you get it out the mud, it hit different. Used to sell when the cops came, we hit fences. Now I'm blowing smoke out the country with 2 thick. I'ma take them both back to the penthouse and get. That's how it's supposed to be. Life is beautiful. I'm doing won't believe. Flew out to Colombia and brought me home some. Used to be the underdog, now they book me overseas. And I don't wanna be nobody else, nigga. do me like I do me. And I don't care to be nobody else, cause I'm unique. I'm fine with me. I am God and God is me. Dream so big, might die in my sleep, but I ain't running from it. It's only a loss if you ain't learned nothing from it. I turned to a boss, remember I was under budget. Now I pay the staff off and fly 'em to another country. It's for the love of the game, never for the love of money. I used to wanna be like Wayne. I used to wanna be like Nip with the Cuban link chain. I used to rap like Jay, trying to make me a name. Now all I do is C5, and I'ma stay in my lane. I could do anything I put my mind to, that's fact. I wanna be a so I like so I went on start flipping packs. I heard it.
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup, and we are all set to go, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the New York Jets. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They start the drive with Cook, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. You look at this Steeler defense. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
I don't know what the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics on when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches have always told me, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. On play action, Rodgers. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you hope. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So Charles already down 7-0 early. They opt to take a shot there on the first play of scrimmage, but that plan backfires.
That feels a little bit like last week's loss lingering into this game, doesn't it? You know, you're down 7 already. You lost last week. It's almost like they were trying to get it all back in one shot, trying to take a big chunk play right out of the gate.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Willis to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
The man in motion left here, Johnson. He gets it left side of Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
They'll try the left side with counter. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 14. From the gun, here's Willis. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Malik Willis, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Steelers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Joey Porter Jr. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted. I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Willis back to the air on 2nd and 10. Well, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. So quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3. Rodgers changing the play, it appears. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Elliott is in. Touchdown, Jets.
Did my eyes deceive me? Or was that an eye formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
A little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. Two division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you talk about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
Here's 2nd and 10. They go play action with Willis. He's got a man complete. And he's going to step out of bounds at the 35-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 49 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They run behind center with Connor. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. You talk about this Jets defense. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
Now a 2nd and 6. Again, a run with Connor. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another 1st down run right there.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the 1st down.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Connor up the middle. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the gun, a give to Connor. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
They'll set up to run the quarterback draw. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. Sort of interesting going with a draw play there. Do you like that call?
I don't, but it would be a lot more powerful coming from me if I'd said it before the play actually happened, if I'd first guessed it. But look, a draw in that situation, heavy risk reward. If he walks in, it looks like a great call, doesn't it?
Yeah, instead brings up a tough 4th down. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
On play action, now Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3, cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They got to find a way to get back in sync.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After one, 17-7 is our score. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Rodgers. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Rodgers to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 39. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He finds Wilson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets have got it back to within a score. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. He'll take this to the 46.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Second down and 8. Play fake. Here's Willis. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. To throw, here's Willis. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
On 2nd down, Cook. They juked him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain. 50 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass him with a running play.
Here's the Jets punter now. And back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Leave it all on the table, fellas. This is our last chance.
Here's the Jets punter now. Deep to return is Calvin Austin. That's taken at around the 40. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
Second down, here's Willis. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he ended up with that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Willis. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
This is caught, and in for the Steelers touchdown. Calvin Austin, 28 yards. And the Steelers add 6 to their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Next to score, Steelers 24, Jets 14. Chris Boswell, we kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Jets at 7-1 now on the year. And they come in following a loss last week, and that, of course, ended that strong run they were on. They had won 7 in a row prior.
And something you pointed out to me before the game even began, they've had to...
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Rodgers wants to change the look. Rodgers on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Here's Austin. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On first down, Willis. That's down the field and caught by Freiermuth. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Willis out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Here's Willis. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Willis will look to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Connor. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone, and only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
22 yards there, a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A 3rd and 2. Here's Willis.
That is incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They cannot afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They fake the give. Now Rodgers sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week, he hit on right at 50%. This week, he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Now Austin. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Now it's 2nd and 10. It's a play fake. Here's Willis.
He'll buy some time right.
A wild throw there, and it is intercepted.
Adrian Amos with a pick, and he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
60 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Now Elliott, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I would think down 2 scores at this point in the fourth quarter, even with the loss there on first down, this has got to be 4-down territory. If you're the field goal kicker, your only purpose now is if you can run out for a pass or actually carry the ball into the end zone. Otherwise, don't even look at the coach. We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. This will be caught at about the 6. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal. Cade York on now for the field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. York able to send this one through, and that gets him back within 10. But the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory. Willis takes a hit and the ball is free. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down. Willis. He's got this to Pickens. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 27 yards there, a first down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Willis looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Second and 10. Willis looking to throw it. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space. Couldn't uncover at the end of the route. And that one winds up incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Now Willis.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way.
Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Meanwhile, Rodgers throws.
Oh, he's hitting off the football. Put it on the carpet. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good, and that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell on now to kick this one away.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You trail them by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
Cook makes the catch on the out route.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You can have the first one for the second one to even matter.
Catch is made by Hardman. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. On first down, Rodgers. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Evans, the man in motion left. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. To throw is Rodgers. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
Rodgers will throw for it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back and get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 16-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Willis looking to throw it. That's complete to his tight end flyer move. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And from the gun, here's Willis. Here's Johnson with a reception. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping them from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Here's Hardman to return. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Jets will take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
At the 45-yard line.
Now Rodgers. He completes it to Evans. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. That catch, by the way, kind of noteworthy. It's number 764 in his career. Ties him with Hall of Famer James Lofton.
And he's done it just as James Lofton did in his career. Smooth.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Now he steps away. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. His throw incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. And this is caught by Evans. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 34-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And out of bounds right around the 20. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now it's Rodgers.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And a catch right side by Evans. Touchdown! Mike Evans. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Jets have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by York is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 48 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
They'll try to run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And nothing much materializing there in the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And this is caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown.
George Pickens,
35 yards.
and the Steelers are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
All right, boys, let's keep it up.
To throw is Rodgers.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Cameron Hayward in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Ready, break.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
My turn. Man, the homies can trade your outfit. Take that.
So it's a win here for the Steelers, and it was Malik Willis, CD, their quarterback, who really got the job done.
Yeah, he did a little bit of everything, didn't he? He had 2 touchdown passes through the air, another one on the ground, and that defense, they really had no answer for many of their drives.
So for the Steelers, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year.